Okay, merry meet, my friends. I'm Kevin. I'll be your service associate today. We got a whole lot going on in October, so I'm going to start our announcements just a couple minutes early today. Next Sunday, we have the church picnic. I know many of you probably signed up for it during the auction. We can still sign up for it in the lobby out there. It'll be immediately after the service, up at the Dripping Springs picnic area up by the Oregon Mountains. Got a wonderful menu including brats, hamburgers, veggie burgers, baked beans, potato salad, coleslaw, fruit salad, lemonade, and water. If that doesn't appeal to you, you can bring your own beverages, but not alcoholic beverage, so I don't want anybody spiking the punch up there. So you can bring, we're just going to have an afternoon of it. You can bring board games or yard games or just enjoy the food, conversation. Music is going to be provided by Reverend Rod and his wash tub gang. So you can either sign, if you haven't signed up, you can sign up in the lobby, or you can RSVP to Steve Hitchka. And the contact information is on the announcements, because if I read it now, you're not going to write it down, you're going to forget it anyway. So Las Cruces Pride is coming Saturday, October 7th. It's going to be at the Las Cruces Plaza downtown. You can participate in one of two ways. Sign up for the staff. I believe we're already full up on that staff for the booth up there. But we can participate in the march. So you can meet under the UU banner, the first of the street parade. And you meet at City Hall, 4 o'clock if you're going to march in the parade. Look for the UU banner. You can wear your fancy little UU t-shirts. I just got mine delivered last week, so I'm ready for it. At City Hall. Okay, calling all animals, calling all animals. On Sunday, October 15th, the Animal Advocates Ministry of the Social Justice Committee, wow, say that 3 times real fast, will lead the congregation in a celebration of the interconnected web of existence of which we are all part. We invite you all to send in electronic pictures of the animals that have important meaning to you. They'll be projected on the screens during the service. Bambi's going to be sending in her pictures. So again, the contact information is here on the order of service, so you can send in the photos to Dave Steele. And Pagan Pride Day. Las Vegas Pagan Pride Day is October 14th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It'll be at Pioneers Women's Park down in the middle of town. It's a day of entertainment, food, community, shopping. They have some wonderful vendors out there. And you'll even be able to participate in the eclipse, but don't be looking directly up there. So you can come out and join us, meet the local pagan community. Samhain, it's spelled S-A-M-H-A-I-N, so if you're going to try to pronounce it, it's Samhain, it's not Samhain. So love Halloween, thanks Samhain. There's a Gaelic festival that celebrates the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, the darker time of the year. It is celebrated by some pagans as their new year. Many of the current Halloween decorations and traditions are a direct reflection of this festival. It is also the time of year when the veil between the living and the dead is thinnest. So you can come out and celebrate Samhain with the Desert Spirit Cups. They'll be meeting October 21st for potluck at 6 o'clock. Ritual begins at 7. It's down here in the great room where we have our little after service picnic over there. Also on the 29th of October, I'll be conducting a Samhain service here in the sanctuary. So we'll have that tie in there. And we have a wedding invitation. Wedding. Church members Kevin Gorinsky, his rabbit's son, and Craig Redding, soon to be her son-in-law, are getting married October 21st, 2 p.m. here in the sanctuary. Receptions to follow in the great room, so please RSVP so they can plan enough food. And again, the contact information is here in your order of service. Ghosts in Harmony. On October 14th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. right here at the church, This Halloween-themed evening of story and song brings together storyteller and mental health advocate Micah Pearson with the Old Time Pharmaceuticals. I love them. They put on such a wonderful show for us when they're here in the sanctuary. Las Cruces local provisioners of recreational and therapeutic folk music for a special show connecting spooky stories, music, and mental wellness. This is a pay-as-you-can event, and suggested donation is between $15 and $25. Okay, the new UU class, beginning October 8th, offer what is known as the new UU classes, designed to let you know each other and better understand Unitarian Universalism. Also spend time on our individual faith journeys and consider how that journey may be continued within this religious community. We hope you'll be able to join this series of 4 classes to be held on consecutive Sundays after morning worship service. So you can register today in the foyer after service or email. And if you have any questions, you can contact Reverend Rod or Reverend Nancy. Now, Steve Hitchka has a little something he'd like to share with you, if you'll welcome him to the front.
Well, this is the second week of the pledge drive, and I'm here to remind you that our club, our church is not a club. Our church is an advocate for the community, for our members, and for the world. To remind you of some of our activities, I had to make a list. We have a little pantry and a little library. We have Change for Change. It supports 4 different charities per year. The NAACP has its monthly meetings in our facilities, and we don't charge them because we support them. We also support Weight Watchers. We have a booth, as you heard, at Pride. We have a cleanup on the Avenida de Masia. We have helped the Border Service Corps. We have the concert series that you just heard about in cooperation with Las Cruces Creatives. We have state lobbying for climate change compatibility in the state legislature. Very active group, our CAG. We are forming a consortium of 17 nonprofits across eastern Arizona, southern New Mexico, and eastern Texas to deal with climate change. More on that as we know it. We also have gained partners in that. The 2 electric companies, El Paso and New Mexico, have agreed to help us with this, as have NMSU and the Community College and the AFL-CIO. We have right now an offer out to the Donna Ana Arts Council to join us in our fall art auction. And there'll be an announcement in the newspaper announcing that we will take on any nonprofit that has art that they find surplus, and we'll try to sell it for them in this process. I'm listing this off to show you that we are an active, conscientious organization. This is our mission, this is our flame. These are what we stand for. Thank you.
Good morning. So, oh, wait, don't stop. Okay, I have lots of music today so that I won't cry, so don't start that. It's so good to be with you today. Thank you so much for being here. It's a wonderful day, and I just want to say a couple of things. First of all, welcome. Also to those who are on YouTube streaming, welcome. Some of my loved ones are on there. So let me get my notes here. Today is Yom Kippur, so lest we lose that in in all of this, Lashana Tova. And I have my phone to remind us all to silence them, put them in worship mode. So I asked Reverend Rod if I could just pick my favorite music today, and he said yes. And my one regret is that Haney Pearson is not here, because he would bitterly complain about singing in 4 languages today. He claims we only ever sing in other languages than English, and he's partly right. So I'm still here after 25 years for many reasons, but mainly because of the love of this congregation and how much I love you, and because you are graciously willing to sing or listen to anything. And the choir knows this is true. Leading song and worship with you is my greatest pleasure. There's an African saying that I believe and I have promoted these years. If you can walk, you can dance. And if you can talk, you can sing. So in this space, it is safe to sing any way you want to. So you are free to sing, hum, listen, whatever it is that feels right to you. We're going to begin with one of my favorite songs, which is Siyahamba. And this is, we are marching in the light of God. I draw great strength from this. It was an anthem from the anti-apartheid movement. And the people who prevailed in that movement believed that they did so because they believed in God and they sang together. And so I really draw inspiration from that. And so with that in mind, let me just kind of walk you through the words, because we're going to sing, of course, in 3 languages. We're going to sing in Zulu, in English, and in Spanish. So the Zulu goes like this. Just repeat after me. Siyahambe. 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 Kukanyen. Kukanyen. Kukanyen kwenkos. Kukanyen kwenkos. Siyahambe kukanyen kwenkos. Siyahambe kukanyen kwenkos. Great, you got that. And then the Spanish is caminando en la luz de Dios. Caminando en la luz de Dios. All right, you got it. Let's sing this. I invite you to rise and body your spirit as we sing together.
Okay, that got the blood pumping there, didn't it? So good morning and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Las Cruces. We welcome those of you who are in the sanctuary this morning, especially the children, and those who are joining us via streaming technology. Our service leader is, spoiler alert, Reverend Spare the Rod Thompson. Our director of music is How Time Flies When You're Having Fun, Massey. She is joined by our sensational UUCLC choir. Kelly the Red Ingram is our religious education director. And assisting us is Elwin Nunn of the above on camera. Quiet. Doesn't look like Quiet Claire made it to join us today, but we have Mike the IT wizard Yazko. He handles all our computer tech and internet connections, creates all these wonderful slides that you see on the monitors, and makes our services flow both here in the sanctuary and on YouTube. You've already met our greeters in the lobby today. We have Carol Stanfill, Steve Hitchka, and Lisa Peterson. Hospitality is offered today by Social Justice, and we're all delighted that you could be with us here today as well. So Unitarian Universalism has no creed or dogma. We are a covenant-based church, meaning that we agree to live in relationship with each other according to the Unitarian Universalist principles and our congregation's covenant of right relations. We embrace diversity in all of its forms. Everyone is welcome. You can learn more about our church at our website, which is UUChurchlc, that's pretty simple, .org. Don't go to that com site, you'll get some spam stuff. So if you're visiting today, we'd like to meet you. If you are in the sanctuary, please rise in body and spirit. I'll bring the mic to you, and you can introduce yourself by telling your name and where you're from. Do we have any visitors in the sanctuary this morning? Well, hold on a minute. Let me bring the microphone to you. They keep trying. There you go, James.
My name is James Armstrong. I'm visiting from Denver, Colorado. Thank you.
Welcome, James. Where are you visiting from?
That was my son from Denver. I just wanted to.
Everybody else is regulars? There you go, Debbie.
I'm a return visitor from Las Cruces, and so is my husband, who's shy up there.
Guy up there. Hi, Shy Guy. Really is the Shy Guy. Okay, I hope that we have some new visitors on streaming technology. If so, thank you. So we're very pleased that you joined us today for our service. Please fill out a visitor's card in the lobby. Our online visitors, please introduce yourself in the comments section and leave your email or send it to your email to uuchurchlc.org. That way we can invite you to other services and activities at the church. So if you're a shy visitor but are curious about our church, please feel free to fill out a visitor's card in the lobby or leave your email in the chat box and you'll receive the same invitations. So everybody will please join us after the service for coffee and conversation and help celebrate Catherine outside the RE building just down the breezeway here. Your opening words? Oh, okay. Okay. You want to help us, Persephone? For our chalice lighting today, we gather now in the light and warmth of this flame, the flame of truth and freedom, the flame of hope and wonder, the flame of love for others. May we live to keep the flame alive in us and in others. We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys, sorrows, gifts, and needs.
Oh, for those who don't know, and that's mostly the people online, my name is Rod Thompson. I am delighted to be your minister. And also for those online, I'm wearing a light blue shirt this morning. Well, it's a Guayavera, as usual. I'm kind of no hair, older guy of Northern European heritage. As we gather here this morning, may we reach out and connect with each other, with our eyes seeing friends old and new, with our ears listening to each other, with our hands touching, holding, hugging each other, with our souls, recognizing our inherent inner connections. I fall over that every time. Recognizing our inherent inner connection, and I wrote it. Recognizing our inherent interconnections with each other and with all of life. This is the nature and the purpose of our worship here together today. Welcome to this celebration of life. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I could introduce it if you... Okay. If you are willing and able, I would invite you to stand and join in our opening hymn, When in Our Music. It's number 36 if you brought a hymnal in. I invite you to join in saying our covenant together and then singing the doxology in English and in Spanish. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve others in community, to think that all souls shall go in harmony with creation. Thus do we covenant with one another.
Good morning, church. Good morning, Catherine. Today's Time for All Ages is titled Lyrics of Love and Appreciation, which is what I, and I'm assuming all of you, have for our wonderful music director. When I first started in this position, lots and lots of things were very, very new to me. And Catherine welcomed me from the very beginning with open arms, or at least virtually, because I started during a pandemic and everything was on Zoom. But I could still feel her very warm and very inviting hug through the interwebs. So in celebration of your awesome anniversary, the RE students and myself will be presenting you with a medley of lyrics expressing our love and appreciation. So I'm going to start. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're going to celebrate your party with you.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now.
If at first you don't succeed, get up and dust yourself off until you do.
We are the champions, my friend.
If you fall, stand tall and come back for more.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hallelujah. I get to go last. Okay, songs by Michael Jackson. Okay, huge fan. Oh wait, I gotta sing it twice. Sorry, y'all. Oh, never mind. Hold me like the river of Jordan, and I wouldn't say thee. You are my friend. Carry me like you are my brother. Love me like a mother, and I will be there.
Can you guys hear me? Yes? Okay. There is nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. All we need is love. Thank you for the music, the songs that we're singing. Thank you for the joy that they are bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be? Without a song or a dance, what are we? So I say thank you for the music. We have one more lyric request. Pass you the paper. Okay, yeah.
Miss, I need some help.
Which one was it?
What is the one by Bob Marley?
It's on the other paper.
Well, I'll just sing a little bit of it.
Yes, go.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. This one's...
Oh, it was because every little thing is going to be all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Be happy. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Thank you guys. Woo!
They're still singing as they... How can I talk about her when she's back there? Got to get up, ready for the next song, I know. Which might not be too bad. Uh-oh, we're echoing. Did this not get turned off? That's off, okay. Yeah. Uh-oh. No. Even though I've known Catherine for over 10 years, there were lots of things I didn't know about her. So I sent her 20 questions. Well, maybe not that many, but anyway. Now, I don't want this to sound like an obituary, but I expect there's lots about her life that you all don't know either. Correct me if I mess it up, okay? And Tammy has added a few things along the line. Catherine Massey grew up in Abilene, Texas. She says she started the piano at either age 2 or 3. Her mother was a piano teacher, and after the student would leave, she'd run into the piano and play the same thing by ear. And then her mother would come running, why didn't that student leave? Oops, it's Catherine. She began lessons at age 4. By 9, she was studying with Eva Mae Manley. In her junior and senior years at Cooper High School, she also studied with Dr. Isabel Chianti. I hope I pronounced it more close enough. In Denton, Texas, which was, 2 hours away. Dr. Cianti was a retired concert pianist. She and her late husband, Silvio, toured the world as a piano duo. They played in Carnegie Hall, even. But Dr. Ciante was proudest of teaching Miss America Phyllis George, whose talent was piano. It was Catherine's mother who had to drive those 2 hours for that, well, I suppose back and forth. She started college at the University of Texas in Austin as a piano major in 1974, but she had an unfortunate experience there as a freshman, so she dropped out and didn't play in public for the next 20 years. Although she says she kept a piano and practiced at home. You may not know that she became a bookstore manager for the Walden Books Company for 10 years and moved to Las Cruces in 1981 to open the store in the brand new Mesilla Valley Mall. She and Tammy met in 1981 and really got together in 1985. They were married in DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C., 2011, when that became legal. In 1988, she left the bookstore world, well, managing them anyway. I expect you've been in a bookstore now and then? Yeah. And that's when she started at New Mexico State University. She knew she wanted to teach high school, but wasn't sure what subject until she got interested in physics. She earned her Bachelor of Science degree in 1992 and her master's degree in curriculum and instruction in 94. She was endorsed to teach science, math, social studies. There's a very broad, plus gifted education. Now, Tammy adds, during this first fall semester, Catherine took an intro to physics. She was so inspired by her professor, Dr. Coburn. She came home one day that fall and said, I know what I'm going to teach. I want to teach high school physics. I took high school physics. I'm impressed. Like her professor that inspired her to, oh yes, this is Tammy speaking, that inspired her to teach physics, she went on to inspire numerous students to their best selves and pursue whatever career sang in their hearts. She taught 1 year at Zia Middle School and has just retired, of course, in June after 28 years teaching physics, AP physics, and other science at Las Cruces High School. She taught approximately 4,500 students over that time. She attended a service here that was to hear her friend Kathy Sage preach in the fall of 1997. She says, I had a conversion by UU hymnal experience. She and Tammy joined the congregation in the winter of 98. There was no regular pianist, or do you say it pianist? Either way, okay. I want to be accurate here. Yes, never mind. There was nobody playing the piano, or there was no choir at that time. So she volunteered to play for one service. That led to her volunteering to play regularly on Sundays for about $25 a week. Steve, don't listen to that. Where was I? I don't know. In 2000, the church needed and wanted a choir. So she had no experience conducting, but was willing to try, and with some training and support. She found out about the currently named Association of Unitarian Universalist Music Ministries, and the congregation sent her to their annual meeting in 2000 in San Diego. She met and got music from Joyce Poley, and we're going to sing one of those. And she got tutored in choral conducting while she was there. Then she came back and started our first regular non-auditioned choir in the fall of 2000. She reminds us that Oscar Butler had organized and conducted occasional Christmas and Easter choirs over the years before that. Her title as Director of Music came sometime after we had a choir. Again, from Tammy. As a lifelong learner, as most teachers are, she dove into learning how to conduct a choir. She has the patience of a saint for both freshmen and for the choir. The congregation has supported her participation in every AUUM, you got to say it slowly, AUUMM conference since then. As you know, she was among the first group of UUA Music Leadership Program, which is roughly the equivalent of a master's degree, taking 3 years of experience to do it, to complete it. Being in that first group, they were the pioneers to help work out the program that is still going strong. That earned them the title of UUA Credentialed Music Leaders when they finished in 2009, and were recognized that year at the General Assembly. Over the years, Catherine has served the AUUMN board, first as an at-large member, then as secretary, then for 2 terms as moderator, which was about 12 years altogether, and was also co-director of the Good Offices program, which was an additional 5 years. Tammy adds, among her peers at the AUUMM, she is considered to be one of the best moderators that ever served that organization. She applied many of her communication skills to help lead that organization through several transitions. This is from Tammy. You are amazing and amazingly talented. I'm so proud of you, so happy to be your partner, and have had the privilege of witnessing your musical ministry journey. My arms are around you despite the fact that I'm not here with you. I love you, Tammy. You can have that. Now I would invite Susan and Carol to join us up here. And I will get out of, well, no, I'm going to do this first. No, Better yet, I'm going to do this. I think you're first up.
Thank you, Ron.
I'm going to get out of the way.
Well, I hope you learned a few things that you didn't know about this lovely person who's been leading this musical part of our church experience for 25 years. We have a small token of our appreciation.
A little closer to the mic, please.
We have a small token of our appreciation. Catherine, this says, in recognition, Catherine Massey, 25 years of outstanding service, UUA Credential Director of Music, UUCLC, 1998 to 2023. All right, Ron.
Stay. On behalf of the congregation, everyone in the congregation, I'd like to present you with this certificate. But it does have a small token of our appreciation on the back because we took up a collection. And you could have chosen any church when you decided to be to share your music with others, but you chose us. And we're so grateful that we chose you.
And I think you get to go to work next. No, I do. I get to continue. I believe the order of service says we're going to do a responsive reading next. Yes. Am I correct? Yes. If you want to read it in your hymnal, it's 567, and I'm sure that Mike will have the slides up on the screen. I will read the regular type if you'll read the italics sections. I want to be with people who submerge in the task. Who go into the fields to harvest and work in a row and pass bags along. Who stand in the line and haul in their places. Who are not hard generals and field reserves, but move with common rhythm, who or the fire be put out. The work of the world is common as mud. Botched, it smears the hands, crumbles to dust. But the thing worth doing well done has a shape that satisfies, clean and evident. Greek amphoras for wine or oil, Hopi vases that held corn, are put in museums, but you know they were made to be used. The pitcher cries for water to carry, and a person's work that is real. Now it's your turn.
Sunshine warm on my face, all where a life is ended far too soon. Though the sorrow tears me apart, I'll remember how love touched my heart. In this precious gift of memory, all of life is calling me to be more whole, to hear God's music in my very soul. And while I live the mystery, all of life is calling me.
I'm not sure what is left to say about Catherine, but the order of service lists a homily, so maybe I should say something more. Some of you may wonder about my choice of that responsive reading. Well, when I think of Catherine and her 25 years of music leadership for this congregation, I think Marge Percy's title alone says it all: to be of use. I can't think of a better way to be honored for any of us that we have been of use. I think we all want to be with people who submerge in the task. Catherine does that in spades. I especially like Percy's line, "But the thing worth doing well done," which, yeah, we all stumble over that. But the thing worth doing well done has a shape that satisfies, clean and evident. I'm sure the singers in the choir know that feeling of satisfaction of a piece of music well done, led by Catherine. I'd like to share a couple of other thoughts. One actually from Catherine herself, and one from our Minister Emerita. I got in the mail this document, this flyer, from that very program that we were talking about. And it's the professional certification of Unitarian Universalist music leadership. And the title of the whole thing is Who Can Benefit? And there are two, well, there are actually three, but there are two quotations that I want to share with you how others have benefited. One of them is from Catherine herself. "My philosophy of music as ministry and the skills with which I may implement it have been profoundly changed and challenged by this process." Yes? You remember saying that? Okay. You may have missed that. They said, "We're the challenge." And then Nancy Anderson wrote, "Having our director of music go through this program has been one of the best things to happen to our congregation. I just can't say enough about the difference it has made in our worship and in the congregation's attitude and feeling toward one another." I think one more good round of applause. You like that? I think something's supposed to happen next, but I can't turn the page. Oh, you get to do music again. Oh, we got to introduce the offering and then you do music. Okay.
The operation and outreach of our church needs your input and your contributions. This is the perfect time to think about what you can give back. In a moment, the greeters will pass among you with the offering baskets. Please give generously. Before they do, I'd like to remind you that we support organizations identified by the Social Justice Committee with our Change for Change program. This quarter's recipient for our Change for Change donation is the Children's Reading Alliance. It is a bilingual parent support program created 10 years ago, specifically for Dona Ana County parents and caregivers of children 3 to 6. Our donations to the Change for Change will primarily be used to purchase books and support their efforts to give them into the hands of the families. You can give to them by putting your change in the basket or writing Change for Change on the note line of your check. So please help support this program. All that money stays right here in Dona Ana County to help the children learn to read.
If you are comfortable doing so, I would invite you to take the hands of the people on either side of you, even across the aisle if you'd like to. And if you want to stand up, it's a lot easier. Please don't anybody fall down. May the touch of our neighbor's hand, the image of her face, the sound of his voice, the assurance of our connections with all of life give us the resolve, the courage, the compassion, and the commitment we need to live in respect and affirmation of all of life, of which we are a part. So be it. Blessed be, and amen. And you can stay up to sing the closing hymn.
Yes. All of us are loved.
Each of us is welcome. No one is a stranger. No one is an outcast. No one is alone. Everything we do, when our hearts are grateful and our lives are faithful, makes a better world, one that we can call everybody's home. Juntos por amor, cada quien precioso, nadie desestando, nadie sin pecado, nadie sin calor. Cada paso fiel, con virtud y gozo, vamos construyendo un mundo mejor, lleno de calor, como una flor. All of us are loved. Each of us is welcome. No one is a stranger. No one is an outcast. No one is alone. Everything we do, when our hearts are grateful and our lives are faithful, makes a better world, one that we can call everybody's home.
Now you can sit down.
Please join me in saying the words to extinguish the flame. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
If we want hope to survive, in this world today, then every day we've got to pray on, if we want hope to survive in this world today. Then every day we've got to pray on. To survive in this world today, then every day we've got to pray on, if we want hope to survive in this world today. Then every day we've got to pray on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, we've got to every day we've got to walk on, We've got to walk to survive in this world today. We've got to every day we've got to walk on. We've got to work on. If we want peace in the world, we've got to work on, If we want peace in the world, we've got to work on, If we want peace in the world, we've got to move on, If we've got peace in the world, we've got to move on, We've got to if we've got peace in the world, we've got to move, we've got to march on, If we've got peace in the world, we've got to march on, If we've got peace in the world, we've got to teach on, If we've got peace in the world.